Hello everyone and welcome to my video. Some US located gold and silver stock. Bear in mind, as it says right there, this is not financial advice, this is just some companies I think have some upside potential with the increasing price of silver and gold. So let's go right into it. Here's a list of some gold and silver stocks that are currently producing in America. We're going to start with Kinross Gold. By the way, this company has, according to the website, 21 million ounces of gold in reserve. Bear in mind, most of that is outside of America, so we are going to focus on what's in America. According to their presentation, North America, or like in the United States, they have 4.9 million ounces of gold. Production outlook seems to be 2 million ounces equivalent in production in 2025, and at these gold prices now we're just past $3,600 per ounce. Interesting opportunity. Bear in mind, it has rallied tremendously this year, but obviously if you look at like into the future with increasing gold prices, obviously for a gold producing company that has like somewhat low all-in sustaining costs and with the increasing gold price, obviously it seems like an interesting opportunity for people that want more safer bets. Now let's go over to the second one, which will be, and going for number 2, it's I80 Gold Corp, which is a company that has over 6.5 million ounces of measured and indicated in the United States. And the fact that the company has 7.5 million ounces in inferred. In the next couple of years, they will increase their production. Apparently in 2028, they will be producing between 150 and 200,000 ounces, apparently. And it seems to be that by 2030, they will be producing roughly almost 400,000 ounces of gold, which is not really that long into the future, you know, it's less than 5 years. So, you know, that's one major gold producer, up and coming major producer in the United States. Now let's go over to the next one. And the third one is Coeur Mining. It's mostly a silver company, but like I put it on gold and silver due to it, you know, producing both silver and gold. It seems to be they have approximately, in their American part, in proven reserve, they have over 1.5 million gold ounces in proven reserve, and they have over 170 million ounces of silver in North America, improving their margins. Just bear in mind, from Q2 2024 to Q2 2025, they increased their revenue by 117%, and they increased their free cash flow by a whopping 700%. And the final one on the list, which is a producing asset, will be Hecla Mining Company, which you could mostly say Hecla Silver, basically. It's one of the oldest and largest silver companies in America. Using the 2024 numbers, they had 240 million ounces of silver in reserve. They are producing tremendous amount per year, and obviously they have throughout North America and I think a little bit in Mexico. A bit out of mind, I'm just speaking about North American part. No, and combined they have that many ounces, but they are producing in America. Let's go over to the next one. Going with the first one is Borealis Mining Company. This company has 1.8 million ounces of gold in historic resource at 1.2 grams per ton. And the fact that the company already has most of the infrastructure already in place, permitted mine operations ready, and the fact that they will apparently be going through stockpiles from the previous operator and getting some getting some gold ounces from the stockpile through processing it apparently. And it seems to be that they might be even able to get operational and mining next year or 2027, which would be very nice. And the other reason why I asked why it piqued my interest is that the chairman of the company is the founder of Kinross, Robert Buchanan, which Kinross became one of the largest, or grew into one of the largest gold producers in America. And Kinross is the company we just mentioned a couple of minutes ago, and it seems to be that the CEO of the company is a professional geologist, and it seems to be that most of the management has relevant skill sets, and most of them are young, which is very nice because then they're more aggressive and so forth. And now let's go over to the next one. And the next one is USAGOLD Corp. By the way, it has rallied tremendously, just bear that in mind. Anyway, it has 1 million ounces of gold and 260 million pounds of copper, and it's still counting. And it seems to be that they have a road network, water, power, manpower, equipment, and so forth, and seems to be not too far away from a town, but 20 minutes away apparently from a city called Veyenne. I don't know what that is. It's in the state in which it's operating. Oh, it's 1.5 hours from Denver International Airport, and it seems to be that what's the share structure? It seems to be that common shares outstanding is 14 million ounce shares at $3,000 gold. They have an IRR of 60% and 1 year payback. And go over the next one. It's Hycroft Mining. The company is really interesting. The company has, listen, they have 10.6 million ounces of gold in resource and 360 million ounces of silver in resource. But this is like one of the largest gold companies I've currently found, you know, which is not like Newmont and these companies. And the fact that the current cash position is $68 million as of June 2025. And it seems to be that the CEO has 25 years of experience in the mining industry and apparently has a track record in developing projects and building up companies. She apparently has been a director and a CEO from another company where she built it and led it to develop a multi-million ounce gold deposit in South Carolina, where it went from feasibility, permitting, and construction, and it was acquired by USAGOLD CORP in 2015. Her name is Diana R. Garrett, and the company seems very interesting. Bear in mind, it's not currently producing as of this current moment, just bear that in mind, but it's one of the largest, if not the largest, gold and silver company in America. It seems to be that they already have some infrastructure in place already at this current moment, and not all of it apparently, but it seems past 2025 would be like construction and production in the future. Not now, but like in a couple of years. Now let's go over to the next one. And the next one is Liberty Gold. How fitting. This company has 44% of their shares owned by institutions, 4% owned by Wheaton Precious Metals, and 4% owned by the management. This company has 4.1 million ounces of gold in resource, in indicated. And when they were to be operational in the future, going to have a 17-year mine life, and the first 5 years will be producing 180,000 ounces at $1,200 per ounce. And it seems to be that they will probably be producing somewhere in like 2028, 2029. So it's a bit of a long distance from now, but you know, if you're patient, this seems very interesting. Not financial advice, but it seems interesting. Let's go over to the next one. And now an exploration company, so this is high risk, by the way. It's Nevada King Gold. They have 1 million ounces of gold in measured and indicated in their 100% owned property in Nevada, as the name says, you know, and 40% of the shares are owned by insiders, and it seems to be fully funded drill program. They have already existing infrastructure. It seems to be that they have infrastructure, they have private water, which is nice, and they have modular crew quarters on site for exploration and development activities, and I personally think it's very interesting. At least last time I looked at it, it seemed a little bit cheap in my opinion. Obviously, if you have a long time frame, the management seems to be like, as an example, the exploration management, a geologist consulting group focused on mineration and exploration, over 40 years experience in evaluating and designing of precious metal exploration projects in the United States. They have a lot of relevant experience apparently, and the founder and chairman was co-founder of Newfound Gold Corp. So this is very interesting, and now we are going to talk about the remaining last company on the list, which is Silver 47 Exploration, because we just talked about Hycroft Mining. And the final company on this list is Silver 47 Exploration, which has 236 million ounces of silver equivalent in inferred and 10 million ounces of silver equivalent in indicated. And the reason why it also piqued my interest is I don't think it's rallied too much this year, so this is one of the few silver companies that have not had like rallied too much. This and Southern Silver Exploration. And it seems to be that in Alaska, which is one of the largest projects, their inferred silver equivalent would apparently be 160 million ounces of silver in Alaska apparently. And it seems to be that they have a potential to get fast-tracked by the government apparently, or a potential for fast-track permitting and government funding, non-dilutive, because apparently they also have copper and lead and some sources of gallium and antimony, zinc and tin. I hope this has been tremendously useful for you. If you've liked this video, please subscribe and like the video. Have a wonderful day. Peace.